Hello everyone and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I'll be talking about a very important and sensitive topic, very important, and it's how a lady or how a female, how a woman can suppress, can reduce, can bring to minimal the natural odor of a female genitals. Now, we do know that a woman's female genital has a natural kind of smell that comes out, and it differs among ladies. For some, that smell is caused by the presence of an infectious bacteria or yeast. Okay, while for some others, it is just natural per se, and it gets embarrassing for them, and they try to think of ways in which they could actually suppress this smell and just make it mild and okay. Well, in today's video I'll be talking about that, and I'll be exposing you to free things that wouldn't cost you a dime, that you can do as a lady, and it will help you smell fresh, it will help you smell good at all time, and it will help build your self-confidence. Because oftentimes ladies get like, why do I have this kind of body and all that? Am I the only one going through this and all that? I just want to let you know that it's not a big deal per se, but there are just little things that you just need to do, and at the end of the day you discover that you've been able to manage your situation. Well, if the smell is caused by the presence of an infection, you have an infection, I'll just say you go get yourself tested and you treat it appropriately. And there are several ways, there are several symptoms that enables you know if it is an infection or it's just a normal odor that you can manage yourself, and at the end of the day it will be okay. When you start having itching, you start having tears as a result of this itching injury. When you just pour water, you feel this pain, injury, itching, and you start having these excessive abnormal discharges. Sometimes it is whitish, sometimes it is off-white, it's thick and all that, and it's smelly, has this smell of a fish. Then you know that it is caused by an infection, and the best way to go about it is to just go to where they conduct tests for all that, like a lab. Let them collect swab samples and test and know which microorganism is causing that infection, so that you can get yourself treated. You can, when they tell you what is causing it, you can take that to a doctor that will prescribe drug, or a good pharmacist that will prescribe drugs for you. These are over-the-counter drugs that you can take, and then you'll find. The reason why I say go for a test first is so that they can pinpoint, they can be able to figure out the exact microorganism causing that infection, because infection is caused by various microorganisms, and there are some that are even caused by STIs, so that you know which, and then you know how to get properly treated for it. But if that's not the case, it's just a normal off odor sometimes, and sometimes you're smelling nice, sometimes the odor is off and you're not comfortable and all that. And if you're married and your partner start complaining, like I had this friend and she told me that her husband was not so happy, he opened up to her, why is it that sometimes the odor just comes out and I don't get to just put on the fan and everything. So I actually gave her some of these tips, and it has helped her so far, and I know that it's going to help you as a lady watching this video. So please just stay tuned, and please, for me to continue talking, can you just like the video? If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel, can you just subscribe and hit the notification button? That will give me so much morale to keep talking. Okay, all right, let's continue. Now, what are the things we can do, things that will not really cost money, that we can do to ensure that that place is always smelling fresh? And I tell you, these things are so easy. They are simple things, and sometimes I just wonder, where have this knowledge been? Okay, I myself, I struggled one or two times, and I thank God that, I discovered these little tricks, and so far so good. They've been helping. Okay, now I'm going to tell you one enemy of your genital, one enemy. Okay, that enemy is also a friend, but in some other area, in another on another hand, it poses as an enemy, and that enemy is your undie. Yeah, you heard me right. As a lady, your pants, that is an enemy of your vagina smelling fresh. Now, some of us just go to in fact, most of the pants that we get from the market are not even cotton. Yeah, they are not. They are fancy, they are nets, there are so many things, so many materials and all that, chiffon, what have you, but they are not really cotton. And so, wearing that, it's unable to actually absorb the moisture and everything that comes out. And before you start having smell. I mean, if the material cannot absorb the natural discharges that come out from a woman's genital, it becomes a problem. Meaning it has to bounce back, and it's storing and staying like that from morning till evening. Before the odor comes out. That's just it. And now, before I delve into pants, okay, let me just quickly branch the little things that makes this odor come. Okay, the first one is as a result of sweat. You sweat normal, just the way you sweat from your armpits, and when you don't bathe regularly, you start having this smell. Okay, sweat, we sweat from that area. And there's this normal flora. A flora is a beneficial microorganism. There's this normal flora, lactobacilli. It's a bacteria there, a lactic acid producing bacteria there that's got placed there when he made that part to defend that part. It creates a pH of around, say, 4.5, a little bit, making it a little bit acidic. And normally there's yeast in that part of the body, just that it's just in little amount, little quantity, just little amount of yeast there. Okay, and then this lactobacilli is there. Both of them, they combine forces and keep the pH of that area around 4.5. That's a little bit acidic, and when the pH is around 4.5, it helps to create an unconducive environment for harmful bacteria to penetrate and want to cause infection. So the pH helps to defend. Okay, like this lactobacilli helps to defend by keeping the pH acidic. But nevertheless, when this organism, this lactobacilli and this yeast, when they are in excess, they are doing their job to keep the pH up. But when they're in excess, that in itself creates an off smell for that part of the body. So it therefore means they need to be in an optimum amount to do their job, and also not to make you that is carrying the whole thing start having the smell. Okay, so let's keep that aside. So I mentioned three things basically: lactobacilli, yeast, and I mentioned don't forget yeast in small amounts, because there's also an infection caused by yeast, excessive yeast. Okay, then the third one I mentioned that causes the smell is sweat. Then lastly, before I forget, hormonal imbalance can also cause the smell. Hormonal imbalance as a result of pregnancy or menstruation and so on and so forth can also cause it. So collectively, these four factors I just mentioned could cause an offensive smell. Now, these four factors, I didn't mention anything like any harmful bacteria, I didn't mention anything like infection, but they are just natural things that are there, and they are capable collectively of causing an offensive smell or a smell that's not so good. So how then do we work on this four to ensure that they work together and we experience the four of them, they're there, I mean, but they do not cause any harm to female genital? Okay, well, let's go. The first one, let me go back to, I started talking about pants before. I said most of the pants we buy are not cotton. Sincerely speaking, they are not. I'll do another video where I'll talk about some kind of pants we wear, and as females, some kind of pants we wear that are not good ethically. They are not just there. I'll do a video on that. So just Subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not subscribed before, and I bet you won't regret it. I'll be talking real things that happen to us, things that we experience and all that, and you surely enjoy it. Okay, so pants and all that. I was talking about pants. Now, what happens? Can you imagine you wearing a pant in the morning, you go to work, and then you come back from work and you're still wearing that same pant, that particular pant I just spoke about, that is even incapable of absorbing all the moisture that comes out caused by these 4 factors I spoke about, and you're still wearing it. And we're talking about in the evening or in the afternoon, you're back from work and you haven't taken it off. You're still wearing it. Or maybe you do business and you come back in the afternoon and you're still wearing it. That is one cause of it. Pants. Now, listen. Here's what you should do. If you go out in the morning and then you come back from work, what you should do is to take off your pants. Just take it off. Take it off and be free. Be free. Allow it breathe. Have you not ever wondered how is it that, animals, they do not wear clothing, they don't wear pants, obviously. They don't wear clothing, mean they can't wear pants. And have you ever carried a chicken and then you see there's this smell that comes out from the chicken's VJ, the genitals? Have you ever seen anything like that? No, because I haven't experienced anything like that. I haven't perceived anything like that. It's just cool with them. And one of the reasons is because you don't find them wearing pants. They are free, air just goes through and the whole place is cool. But we as humans, we just keep wearing pants. We wear pants in the morning, you won't change it, you're back, you're still on that same pants. You have to stop it. It's a very, very bad practice and it's not good for your VJ's health. It's not good for your VJ's smell. It's not good for your VJ at all. When you go to work in the morning and you back, take off the pants. Take it off and be free. Good. Then another enemy of your VJ, of your female genital, is tissue paper. Yeah, you heard me right. Tissue paper. Oftentimes just like, okay, I have to clean up, I have to clean so I can feel dry. All right, feeling dry is good, it's great. But then using tissue paper is wrong. Because tissue paper always leaves some fragments. It always leaves some fragments there. And those fragments mixing up with all those fluid and all that could cause you an offensive smell and could even cause an infection. So, I know you're asking yourself, this one she's saying don't use tissue, then what are we going to use? And it's simple what we can use. Water. Water. And I'll say it again. Just water. Okay, now how do we use water? Now, if you are in a public place, let's say you're at work and you can't just start washing immediately after washing like that, then you should get a wipe. There are wipes that are available that are dried and they do not contain fluid, okay, and they do not contain scent that you can use, as a worker. Just have it somewhere in your purse. After wean or after urinating, you can use the wipe, to wipe, and then you can dispose of it. But using tissue is just a no for that place. Okay, fine. Even if you cannot access wipe, or you can't afford it at the moment and you want to use tissue, but fine, in as much as you are at work, you can use the tissue paper. Okay, maybe you might urinate like once or twice before you come back from work. You can use the tissue paper, but I tell you, immediately you come back from work, take off the pants and wash with water. In fact, as a lady, you need to make washing your VJ a habit. Like you need to put yourself into that habit. You need to get used to it. It has to be habitual, an habitual part of you. Always wash with water. Always. Anytime you are home and you urinate, ensure you wash with water. Do not miss it. Ensure you, in fact, have a separate towel for that. Not a towel that is rough, a towel that can absorb, and you can just dab after washing. You can just dab dry, and ensure it's completely dried. But have a separate towel for that you wash regularly. You do not use. How can you can't think about doing that. How can you just have a toy for that and you don't wash in 1 month, in 2 months, and you're using and you say, yeah, I'm practicing what she said on YouTube? No, you're not practicing what I said on YouTube. If you have a separate towel for that, you should wash it regularly. And you dab dry. Please don't go and sponge it dry after washing with water. You're just using the towel, you're sponging dry. I didn't say don't enjoy yourself. Just dab dry. But ensure the towel you have is different from your normal body towel. It might be small, it doesn't matter, but you just wash as often as you need to wash it. Okay? But you can dab dry with it after washing your VJ with ordinary water and you're good. In fact, the kind of freshness that you feel, and even as a married woman, it will make you don't mean to spoil the singles here, but it will make you always ready. Okay, so that your partner can just call and say, okay, let's have fun, and then you're always ready, you're always fresh, you're always clean. Okay, even you don't even need to be married to feel that way. Even as a single, it builds this confidence and this pride and this sense of maturity and satisfaction in you, that I'm a lady. Like, I am intentional about myself, I'm intentional about my body, I'm also intentional about my genitals, and I'm always fresh, I'm always clean. Okay, I've heard comments from like one or two nasty guys saying that, I just know when a girl just passed me, there's a way some girls just used to smell. That report should not be said about you. You just make a difference and be intentional about it. I really don't like when a lady is not intentional about her look, about her body and all that. You have to be intentional about it. And there's something about we as humans, we easily adapt to things if we just consistently do it. If you keep up with this, in no time you get used to it and it won't even be anything. Okay, so let me just recap on what I spoke about: pants, trying to get cotton pants and taking them off immediately you're home. Take them off. Take them off. I'm not telling you not to wear pants when you want to go out. Okay, you can wear pants, fine, but the moment you come back, take them off. You can get a skirt or a loose trouser and wear. You can get a skirt, it can be a loose trouser, a loose knicker, or a loose shorts, loose, okay, or a skirt, preferably a skirt. Okay, just so that you'll be free. You can wear that at home. Okay, and take off the pants and always wash with water. Anytime you urinate, always wash with water. Get a separate towel where you dab dry, and you're good. Okay, you see, this good hygiene practice I just spoke about is more than enough to, you will not know what I'm just telling you now. What I'm telling you, oh, just try it. And please give me feedback in the comment section. I want to know how it was like for you. After doing it for like a week, what were the reports? As a married woman, maybe you and your husband have been having, that kind of challenge before. What did it now turn to after doing this, after engaging for like say a week? What were the reports? What did your husband say? You as a person, you as the woman, what is the experience like? I want to know in the comment section. Thank you. And I really hope you enjoyed today's video. And another thing, as a woman, please do not forget to shave as regularly as you need to. Okay, yeah, I say water because, like I mentioned, the aim of this video is to tell you how to curb that offensive smell that comes out of the VJ without spending a dime. That was the aim. That's why I said using just water is fine, and generally using just water is fine. Okay, but some persons have paraded and spoken about some vaginal wash that is good. But even if you are using a vaginal wash, does not mean you should be lazy. Because I tell you, even if you are lazy to wash that area and you are using a vaginal wash, maybe only when you have your bath, it will still have an offensive smell. It will still have it. Okay, well, I've not used so many vaginal washes. I've only used one, and that's Oriflame Intimate Wash, and that's the only one I can with my full chest tell you that it's good, it's safe, because when I use it, it was great. And I'll do another video where I'll be telling you about my Oriflame Intimate Wash experience and why I stopped using Oriflame Intimate Wash, and I'm sticking to just water. I'll do that in the video and I'll let you know. Well, if you enjoyed today's video, which I think you did, and you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you can always get updated when I post a new video. Thank you. It's today's concept. One love. Don't forget to comment, like, and share this video. Please share to the female in your circle, the female in your space, your mother, your sister. Just share, okay, so they can learn and also spread across to other females. And please let us stop this offensive odor. Let's do what we can do, little things, and let us feel fresh and stay confident. Thanks for watching. See you in my next video.